All right, we are at Little Dizzy's, a family-owned, established by a grandfather, run by his son, and then his son, and named after their grandson. A Cajun restaurant that offers up home-cooked Cajun Creole meals. So we're gonna head inside and see what they have to offer. I've heard really good things about this place, the spicy soul food that you only find in Louisiana. Let's head on in. All right, so I had to get the gumbo because, well, I love a good gumbo. And that is basically a spicy stew with sausage and crab in there. There is shrimp, good hearty broth, all the good stuff. So let's test the broth first. Savory, very seafood-like. You can taste the sausage, but it also tastes very seafood-like. Like I said, there's so many flavors in here, I don't even know how to describe it. And there's a half a crab in there. Look at that. So instead of a full-on bone broth, this crab creates the flavor like a bone would in a regular soup or stew. So they're using a crab as the base of the broth. Now, of course, being in Louisiana, in New Orleans, I had to get a po' boy, which is basically a sandwich. This is a catfish po' boy. So deep fried catfish, some mayonnaise, some fixins, battered. Now, a lot of people criticize catfish. They call it kind of a trash fish because it's like a bottom feeder. I personally love catfish. I like making catfish tacos or dirty rice with catfish. But let's check this bad boy out. That is some good Southern cooking. That's some good Southern food. Now, po' boy in the gumbo. Good God. This is some of the best food I've had in about a day because we've had a lot of good food here. In the last episode, we ate turtle and frog legs with our friend Skeeter.
Pop, pop, pow! Take that, you bastard, you!
Day before that, we had all sorts of pork dishes from the freshly slaughtered pig that we had at the boucherie. I can't say which is best. They're all equally good, but this gumbo, man, that is something else. If you were sick, it would be good. If you're hungover, it would be great. If you're fresh from the gym and feeling good like me right now, it's also great. It's good at any time. Not too heavy, pretty spicy, but not too spicy. I would say that's a 6 or 7 on a scale of 1 to 10. So some people might not like that level of spice. However, me personally, that combination with the po' boy, this is a perfect lunch. This is basically a soup and sandwich, right? But times 10. Not something you'd find at a chain restaurant. Only good home-style Southern cooking in a family-owned Cajun restaurant like Little Dizzy's.
All right, guests in the kitchen, y'all ready now? Guests in the kitchen. All right, so this is Ethan, this is Chef Lawrence, our fry cook Ashton, our other fry cook in the back, Mr. Desmond, and then Lance is our dishwasher.
Awesome. All right, thanks so much. Howdy, fellas. How you doing? Thanks for having me.
How you doing?
Great, man. Thank you. So I just had your gumbo, which was absolutely fantastic.
Gumbo king right here.
You got the gumbo cooker? Yeah?
King right there.
The king? Nice to meet you. Do you have a pot of gumbo over there?
Well, I'm actually making one right
Okay.
here. It's almost ready.
Now, Lawrence, what goes in the gumbo?
Smoked sausage, hot sausage, ham, shrimp, and crab.
Crab. Is the crab like does it kind of create the broth?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And what do you guys got going over here?
I was just trying some shrimp and catfish. Got some shrimp and cats going on. Got some best chicken in the city. Fried some chicken over here.
Best chicken in the city, huh? Really appreciate you guys. Yeah, thanks a lot.
Appreciate it.
Cool. Thanks, guys. Thanks, Lawrence. Have a good one.
You too, man.
Have a good one. Cheers. Boom. All right, so that is it for Little Dizzy's. Just another one of those places that has family tradition, brings people together around food, and it was such an amazing experience. So if you're ever in New Orleans, you definitely need to check out Little Dizzy's. Fantastic, home-cooked Southern food. So we're off to check out a couple cemeteries, a couple sites, and then we're going to go and find more luxurious Cajun food. You know, some food looks better than it tastes, and Cajun food is not one of those. It tastes good, it looks good, just fantastic. Actually, I feel really good right now. It's one of those things that just makes you happy. It just makes you happy, and it's soul food. It feeds the soul. All right, so we're gonna go check out a really cool cemetery, and then we're off to go eat more fantastic Cajun food. All right, so that is it for the St. Louis Cemetery number 3. So babe, where are we going next?
Next we're going to go to the house that Anne Rice last lived in before she died, and then also the Buckner Mansion where American Horror Story, the Coven series, was filmed there. But they're all in the Garden District of New Orleans, which has really beautiful houses with beautiful gardens.
So who is Anne Rice for people that don't know?
Anne Rice was a famous author. She wrote Interview with the Vampire. That's probably what she's most known for. And a lot of other really good books. So.
All right.
Yep.
Cool. We're gonna do that, and then we're gonna go eat more Cajun food. Okay, so that is it for the mansion tour. There are some awesome, huge, beautiful mansions out here.
Historic.
Very historic stuff. So we're gonna go rest a little bit. We've been walking all morning. We've already probably gotten about 15,000 steps in. It's early afternoon still. Later, we're gonna go to the Creole House and have some of that good Southern cooking soul food again. We just can't stop eating that food. So, see you there. I will have the taste of New Orleans. Cajun chicken andouille jambalaya, crawfish etouffee, and the chicken and andouille gumbo. I think that's it. Awesome, thank you. So this place offers a sampler, which is great. So it probably won't be large portions, but rather 3 smaller portions. Okay, so we have the New Orleans sampler. So first and foremost, we waited for about an hour. It's very busy, so don't come here if you're really hungry and it's busy. The etouffee is it's more like a gravy or a thick sauce. So we've got the crawfish meat inside of this etouffee here over some rice, okay? So we can find some of that crawfish meat there. There's a little piece. Let's give this a taste. It's very smooth. It's not very spicy. It's rich, slightly tomatoey, but you really get a seafood taste there. Almost tastes like clam chowder, I would say, but not the creamy style. Just that fishy taste that you get from a clam chowder, you get in here, but it comes with a rich, thick tomato sauce. That is fantastic. That is very, very good. Then we have the chicken and sausage jambalaya. So that is like a dirty rice with bits of chicken and sausage in it. Look at that. Let's give this a shot. That is fantastic. It's got a smoky flavor, also not very spicy, but perfectly cooked. It's tender, the rice is fluffy. I don't know what the seasoning is in that, but very good. And then of course, we have the gumbo like we had earlier. This has bits of ham sausage, more rice, chicken in there. Let's compare this to Little Dizzy's gumbo. It's okay. Little Dizzy's kicks his gumbo's ass. Little Dizzy's gumbo is way better than this. Not that this is terrible, it's just nowhere near as good. Overall, however, this etoufflée is amazing. I could eat a bucket of this. I could eat another bucket of this jambalaya. The gumbo here, I could do without, honestly. But these two are the absolute winners here. It's the kind of food that gets you excited and makes you happy, right? And there are very few foods on the planet that make me happy. The ones that do are usually Eastern European foods, some British food, like you guys have probably seen by now, some Asian foods like Thai food, and this stuff right here. Well, that took me all of 2 minutes to eat. I'm a fast eater, but it wasn't very big. So I think I'm gonna have to get something else. I'm a sucker for dessert sometimes. So I got a pecan cobbler pie that comes with a scoop of vanilla ice cream. And that's the pecan pie. Look at that gooiness. Oh. Smells caramelly. It's very hot, but good. It's just like a gooey caramel, like a gelatinous, gooey caramel. And then we have the toasted pecans and the dough. You cannot beat that. It's got a soft yet flaky dough and this goopy gelatinous caramel flavored stuff coming out of it is just wonderful. And it goes absolutely perfectly with vanilla ice cream. And like I said, I'm a sucker for dessert, but I'm gonna enjoy this, go walk around New Orleans for the last time, for a while at least, before we drive home in the morning. There's food everywhere here on every corner. It's just a good place to come to experience different kind of food and different kind of culture in the United States. You don't have to travel far to experience different things. All right, that is it for New Orleans and Louisiana in general, so I hope you like these episodes. I have to say, New Orleans is an interesting place. I think you'd like it a lot more if you partied. That's not really for me. It kind of reminds me of like a Las Vegas of the South, for example. But it has a really deep and interesting culture, a cultural difference inside of the United States. You don't have to travel far to find that cultural difference. There is a lot of French culture here, a lot of Spanish culture. People speak differently, the food is different, their lifestyle is different. They like different kinds of music, different art. So if you're interested in those things and you want to get a cultural experience right here inside of the United States, I think New Orleans is a great place to come. Now, of course, we had some great food at Little Dizzy's Cafe. So if you want to come to New Orleans, I highly recommend Little Dizzy's. The Creole House was pretty good. The etoufflée and the jambalaya was awesome. Nothing super special, to be honest. So I think Little Dizzy's was definitely the winner for me, at least in New Orleans. So anyhow, we're gonna be filming some new episodes. I think we're gonna do jujitsu. We have got some bodybuilding. If you haven't already, remember to like and subscribe. It helps out with the channel. And we'll see you in the next episode.